Hello everybody, I am back. I know it's been a while. The last video I did was pornography in the marriage bed, and boy did I get roasted. I have to tell you before I do the next video, when we was talking about your projects and purpose partner, that over the Christmas holidays I was with my family in Texas. And my nephew, who is 36 years old, I'm going to call out his name, Marvin Dale Henderson Jr. He is a truck driver. So if you all see him on the road, honk at him because he was wrong for trying to roast his aunt, the same aunt that changed his diapers 36 years ago. So this is what my nephew said to me after viewing pornography in the marriage bed. He said, "Aunt Lydia, I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to have a problem submitting to a man. You just got to have things your way." And I was just sitting there listening to him in my sister's living room while he gave me his version of why. And we got on this because when we was talking about pornography in the marriage bed, his comment was, "Aunt Lydia, you should have had a man on the show." But you all, I prefaced these two videos by saying the same thing. I'm 60. I want to share the mistakes that I have made in my life to the women in their 30s so that they don't repeat. And men can educate other men. I'm only here to educate women. And that's how I'm going to preface this video here as well. These are my experiences that I want to share to help the younger women that are out there so you don't repeat the same things. Because I'm to be honest with you, there were just some things my mama just didn't tell me. And yes, I said mama. Ladies know we call our mom and we'll call her mother. But when we are hurting, it's mama. So anyway, my nephew made this statement to me. He said, "Aunt Lydia, you are not the type of woman that would be submissive to a man." And he gave some examples and I allowed him to finish. And I said, "Nephew, you are exactly right. I am not the type of woman that would be submissive to a man, but I am the type of woman that would be submissive to a king, a purpose partner." And I had to shut him up there because he didn't understand the definition of a purpose partner or a king. And I didn't explain it. I just wanted the term king and purpose partner to resonate with him. Well, anyway, before I start talking about projects and purpose partner and a king, there were a couple of questions, and I thank you all. A couple of you all text me, a couple of you all picked up the phone to chat with me about the last video, pornography in the marriage bed. And there were a question that came up I just got to make public because you all, I am not Dear Abby. I am not the melanated Dear Abby. Dear Abby has gone on to heaven. I don't have all the answers. And this is a question that I thought about. I couldn't address it for the young lady. And I had to think about it. And you all, when you all hear this video, please put a comment in the box down below and let me know how would you answer this question. So I wrote down the question the best that I could because I understood where she was coming from. Here is the question. How can my husband expect me, I'm reading it you all, to be it starts with a W and ends with an E, in the bedroom, and at the same time be the virtuous woman he wants me to be when I meet his mother and become his wife? Miss Lydia, it takes practice in the bedroom. How am I supposed to have that practice and be an expert in the bedroom and be a virtuous woman when I marry my man? You all, how many ladies out there, and I've heard it several times, that said, we have heard the statement by men that they want a freak in the bedroom, but they want a virtuous woman in public. What men do not realize that in order to be a freak in the bedroom, We have to get practice to do that. Practice make perfect. And sometimes you have to practice a lot to perfect that skill in the bedroom. But then again, that is not the woman that you want to take home to meet your mother or to become your wife. So I could not answer the question for the young lady. If you all know that answer, the only thing I can say is you, both husband and wife, well, husband, soon to be husband and wife, before you get married, sit down and have that conversation. I'm pretty sure the man would be very eager to show the skills he have gained while in his youth. I'm saying youth to be kind. While in his youth, that he can share with his wife. Women are very quick thinkers. We pick up on things very well. I know I did with my ex-husband. I was a quick learner, and that's all I'm going to say about that. So have that discussion with each other before you get married about what do you want in that bedroom and how often you want it in that bedroom. And it may not be the bedroom, it may be the dining room table, the kitchen sink, whatever. You all just have that discussion before you get married, because you don't want to end up in divorce court, and you don't want to end up stepping outside the marriage. You two can work it out. So anyway, I want to talk about today a project versus a purpose partner. And I want to talk about that subject because for the last 31 years, I've had several women to come into my office, and believe it or not, a lot of them had projects. When I mean by a project, they were helping their men to become manlier. And what I mean by that, they was helping their man to get a job. They were doing resumes for their men to get better jobs. They were giving their men tips to stay on the job. They had a project in their relationship. And I've had girlfriends that had projects for mates. And I never understood it until I really got to know my girlfriend, because there are some women out there that must wear the pants, wearing the pants as they feel as value to them. I don't understand that. I just have seen it, and that's all I can tell you about that. But the only thing about working with a project, women, is that you end up having a role reversal. When you become the way maker, the miracle worker, the promise keeper, the light in the darkness, you have taken on the role of the man. See, God made man in his image. God is the way maker, the miracle worker, the promise keeper, the light in the darkness. He made man in his image so that the man in your home, in your household, will become the way maker, the promise keeper, the light in the darkness. That is the man's role. You are there to assist, to help, but you are not there to take over that role. When you take over that role, young ladies, and you all have done it because women are nurturers, it's innate. We are going to nurture. And the thing with that, when we nurture and we take over that role, that masculine role of being the waymaker, the promise keeper, the light in the darkness, the miracle worker, you are taking over the role of the man. So if you're taking over the role of the man in the household must be taking over your role. Don't you think? If you're taking over this role, his role, then he's going to take over your role. The only problem with that is you become the man and he becomes less manly. And that's no longer attractive to you. So women, the only reason that I see that occurring is because for some reason a lot of us have come out of a single mother household where we saw the mother do everything. The father was not there in the household, so we did not have the opportunity to see what a man does in the household. So you mimic your mother, you take on that role of doing everything. And the only thing about doing everything is you neglect yourself, you neglect self-care, you become empty, your cup runneth empty, so you can't love on the man, your man, the way that you want to. You just don't have energy, especially if you have children. So you got to be very careful. And I can hear some of you all saying, wait a minute now. I get it. I was in my 30s 30 years ago. So let me tell you something that I learned when I took biology. There are 206 bones in the human body. 206 bones in the human body. They're not big bones nor small bones. Bones are the same size. What I'm going to tell you is that when God made woman, he took a bone, one bone, a rib bone out of Adam. One bone. If you take one and divide it by 206, the number of bones in the body, that's less than 1/2 of 1%. 1/2 of 1%. That's very, very little. So if the man is the way maker, the miracle worker, the promise keeper, the light in the darkness, you are only 1/2 or 1% of that. So when you take over that role, you are basically overstepping. You're overstepping what you was meant to do on earth. So now you're saying, oh, now the man is the head of the household. That's right. If you married him, he is the head of the household. So let's talk about man and let's talk about purpose partner. See, your purpose partner, and you have to write your list down, ladies, of what you need from your purpose partner. I'm 60 years old. I have a list that I keep on my computer, and my list has been on my computer for years. And for the last 2 years, my list has stayed the same. Now, you know that's sad, that the list was changing each year to what I wanted. And I'm going to share this list with you in just a second, because what I want to talk about between you taking on a project and you actually having a purpose partner, because your purpose partner is going to be your king. Kings have visions. They have visions. That means they are always planning to take care of you, that household, and to build a legacy. That's what they're going to invest their time in. So I want to show you something with my hands. I remember being in the first, second, and third grade, a picture's worth 1,000 words. When you are with a partner and you are here and you hook up with a partner and he's here, this is for ladies only. I am not by any means demeaning mankind or man or your current partner. If you are here and he is here and you have to come down to bring him up, you have a project. If you are here and he's here, and then while you with him, y'all go up here, you have a king. You see the difference? You're not going down, you're going up. Because kings build. They are building something. They are building something for their families, and then they're going to be building for their grandchildren. There's a verse in the Bible that says, old men dream, young men have visions. If you ever think about that, a dream is an event without work. A vision is a dream with work. See, young men, and when I say young men, I don't mean in age. I mean mentally, spiritually. Because when you have a vision, no matter what your age is, you're going to be constantly working toward that vision. So you must remember that. Now, some of you young ladies out there are going to say, how can I say this? Miss Lydia doesn't know what she's talking about. I've been with my man and I'm going to help him do this, and I'm going to make sure he gets everything that he needs. Project. When you have a project, ladies, this is the song that's in my spirit. Let him go. Let him go. You don't need that stress anymore. Let him go. Let him go. Let his feet walk out that door. Your edges are gone. You know what I'm talking about here. Your finances are whacked. Think about it. Your mind is unfocused. Yes, it becomes unfocused. And your credit is jacked. Jack. I can't find that note, you all. I've been up since 3:30 this morning. But what I'm here to tell you is this. When your edges are gone, and your mind is unfocused, your finances are whacked, and your credit is jacked, you have to let him go. Let him go. Let him go. You don't need that stress anymore. Let him go. Let him go. Let his feet walk out that door. Let him go, you all. You got to let him go. Stop investing your time in a project. You need a purpose partner. And your purpose partner should be a king who has a vision. So, what are my qualities in a king? I'm going to tell you my qualities because it's taken me 58 years to get them right. Number one, he has to be articulate. Why? I'm not going to be asking you 10 questions. I'm going to ask you one time, and I expect an answer. Okay? Because communication is essential in a relationship. I shouldn't have to ask you one question 10 different ways to get an answer. I'm going to ask you one question. Number two, he has to be spiritual. He has to love the Lord, because what's my girlfriends always say, if he loves the Lord, he'll know how to love me. Number three, he got to be funny. You all, the Bible says we got 70, that's 70 years. That means I got 10 years left. I'm going to be laughing the last 10 years of my life, all the way to the grave. I'm going to be laughing. I want a lot of laughter in the relationship, because we're going to make a lot of mistakes and we need to laugh about it. He has to have tell all eyes. Tell all eyes simply means this. I can look in my man's eye and see when he's happy, sad, joyful, or something is bothering him. He is not going to avert his eyes. Have you ever dated somebody, you ask them a question and they won't look you in the eye, they'll look to the right? Okay, they lying. If you look at your books, if they look to the right, they lying about something. But anyway, look, the tell all eyes is going to mean a lot to me. My purpose partner, my king, has to be an entrepreneur. Why? Because entrepreneurs are always thinking. Someone told me something years ago that it really didn't make sense to me at the time. And the person said he was self-employed. He made the comment, I am unemployed every day of my life. Unemployed until I close a sale. And I had to think about that. That means he is always planning to close sales so that he would not be unemployed for an extended period of time. So an entrepreneur is thinking 24/7, whereas a W-2 person who gets a paycheck knows that they get paid at 2 o'clock or 6 a.m. on Friday. They expect that paycheck. They know what to do with that paycheck. They work their plan around that paycheck, that set paycheck. Whereas an entrepreneur is going to keep hustling. They're going to keep growing their business to make more money, to be more fruitful. So I know that my purpose partner will have to have an entrepreneurship characteristic. Has to be respectful. One thing I cannot tolerate is disrespect for people, and this person got to show a love for all mankind. He has to be financially secure, because if he manages money, then if he gets down on his back, then I know I can take care of him because I manage my money. So if he gets down on his back, I can take care of him. He gets down, if I get down on my back, that should be reciprocated. He should be able to take care of me. So when I come out of a coma, we not in a foreclosure situation. He's able to still take care of the family. And my last list here, you all, I'm gonna let you all see this list. It has an asterisk by it. It has tall and handsome. Well, if you love a person, they're going to be handsome anyway. And why he has to be tall? Because I'm 5'6.5", and when I put on a 3-inch heel, I'm 5'9.5". I don't want us to be looking eye to eye. I still want to be able to look up. I'm sorry, I'm just old-fashioned. So, articulate, spiritual, funny, tell all eyes, an entrepreneur, respectful, financially secure, tall and handsome. This is my king. And I hope that I will recognize him when I meet him. But anyway, we had talked about project versus the purpose partner. Your purpose partner will be a king. Please know that your purpose partner will be a king. And this message is for ladies only. So that's enough for today. I just want to share that with you. So have a great evening. I look forward to the next video. I don't know what it is yet. Once someone gives me a call or put something in my DM, I will know then. I'm going to go where the Spirit leads me. So you all have a great night. I enjoy speaking with you, and I wish you a happy new year.